Rod Stewart on heroin. Anyway, here's the party. Let's get the party started, right? Right beside the Barbie house. Man, I've been late lately. And I'm not talking about my monthly. Huh? What? I'm talking about my monthly schedule. I'm talking about my daily schedule. You know? It's been late lately. What's up, Max? How you doing, big guy? Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. Hey, drinking some Too Big. What rhymes with too big? Too pig. Having some Too Big with some Too Pig. How's it going, big guy? Hey, your Tesla. It doesn't. Does it use gas? I don't think it does. Huh? It's electronic. So you don't have to worry about the whole gas thing everybody's going crazy about. Akash, what's up, homie? How you doing, bro? What's up, my brother? From a Russian mother. How you doing, man? BRB. Alrighty. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Just plug it in, plug it in. I used to be a commercial. Just plug it in, plug it in. What up, brother? Brian, you got some rest? No, I didn't. No, man. No, I've been to the market and some other stores. We went different places. Got some potatoes to eat tonight. It's a potato night. Drinking some water, stay cool. Just got back from walking quite a bit. How's it going, Brian? So, anyway, I was just looking at the recent news. So they replaced that leader of Iran with the son. Yeah, the guy's son, Ayatollah, whatever his name is. Yeah. Oh, good, Mike. Yeah, it's sort of gotten messy, man. You know, Trump wasn't happy about them blowing up the whole gas area and all that. How about you, Max? How you doing, man? Out in Cali. Going back to Cali. Cali. Anybody know who sings that one? Going back to Cali. Doo-doo. I like what's that saxophone in it, right? I don't know. I'm guessing. Even the dog's hot. He's drinking water. Been drinking some water. Actually, the weather's not too bad, really, but because we went walking, that's why I feel so hot. Yep, Max Ryder got it. L Cool J. Oh, yeah. I had a game idea. It's called Fact or Fiction. Basically, whoever wants to create something and the other people will figure out, is it a fact or is it fiction? So, I mean, I can start with something and y'all can tell me, is it fact or fiction? Let's see. Let me try to think of something first. I'm buying the dip while Trump is in office. There you go, man. Buy low, sell high. I'm not giving financial advice. This is for entertainment purposes only. Hey, Akash, we were talking about your friend Trump. Anyway, okay, doing some fact or fiction. Let's see. The last president before Marcos Jr. was Marcos Sr. Is it fact or fiction? Akash says, friendly, kind Trump. Okay, president of Philippines, fact or fiction? Was it Marcos Sr. before Marcos Jr.? I mean the last one, the very last one. Was that Marcos Sr.? Not the present one. The present one's Jr., but right before Marcos Jr. Was it Marcos Sr.? Fact or fiction? Aquino. 1168 YT. Akash, you got the next fact or fiction question. You get to put something in, and we've got to figure out, is it fact or fiction? It could be about your personal life, anything. It could be anything, brother. John Cena. No, John Cena was not the last president of the Philippines. No facts, no fictions. Okay, just for the people that don't know, a fact means true, fiction means non-true. Duration, fact or fiction. I can play bagpiper. All right. Basically, yeah, it was Duterte. Duterte was the last president. A lot of y'all probably knew that already, though. Okay, so Akash says fact or fiction. I can play the bagpiper. I'll go with fact. Because you're a weird dude, man. Anybody that plays the bagpipe is weird. I mean that with all my love, though. Akash, because I'm weird too. So if you're hanging out with me, we're both weirdos. No, it's fiction. That's what I was saying. Didn't know how to spell it. Oh, hold on. I have to turn on all chats. Anybody don't have all chats turned on? All messages? Hit the buttons. Double tap the screen too while you're at it. Let's see. How far can we scoop? Beep, Bob. Hey. Okay, there we go. Depends, I used to have a girl that was pretty awesome. Oh, where are we at? Let's see. Akash says no, it's fiction. And Akash says, I am learning the keyboard though. It doesn't surprise me, man. You're Asian. You have to learn something, right? Let's see. Shout out to Burath. Who the heck is Burath? Who the heck's that? Anybody know Burath? Mary, what's up, Mary? How you doing? Okay. Fact or fiction? The country chill. Yuki, come here. Yuki. Okay, fact or fiction? They make damn dog. Don't know how to control the dog. Get out of here. Oh, you want me to pick it up? Go. Hey. What are y'all doing? You want me to pick this up? Or what? What are y'all doing? What are y'all doing?
It's for sale. This is not yours.
I know what it is. It's a madhouse. Okay, let's see. You are still around. Laugh aloud, you are still around. What's up, ski skills, deals, Montana? Just after my coffee, Brian says, Mike, serious question. You could come back to the States, work and save for 10 years, receive SS, then go back to the Philippines. Yeah, I can. Unless your boy Trump don't let me. Hey, will you chill? The dog's looking at me like I'm crazy. You're living on $100 a month there. That makes absolutely no sense. Not $100 a month, man. No, we're doing like about 300. We're doing about 300 and 350, somewhere around there. But you know what? I was thinking about this morning. As prices go up, right, because of gas and, and that's going to make all the other stuff go up. Let's say it goes up 20%. If you're spending $3,000 a month in the U.S., then that 20% is going to add another $600 to your bill. 20% over here. Let's say I'm spending $1,000. I don't. I spend a lot less. But let's say I did. Then that's only $200. So if I stay here, it's like I'm saving another $400 a month. I used to be crispy bacon. Yeah, I know, man. I could tell. I know who you were. I knew you were. I know you're out of Montana. I know. Brian says Trump has nothing to do with your ability to make money. Yeah, you're right. Trump don't have anything to do with it. But I'm talking about as far as, expenses. Let's say 20% goes up in the U.S., 20% goes up here. Yeah, you save like $400 if it's like $3,000 and $1,000. Can you live with $2,000 somewhere in the States? Yeah, you can. You sure can. Yeah. Yeah, definitely. I'm gonna tell you, my dad rents these houses out, right? He's got these houses over in North Carolina. They are about 300. Let me see, how much is it? About $350. Yeah, $350. So you throw in the electricity, that's $450. Say you got all your other expense crap, you're probably going to spend, say, $10, at least $10 a day on food. That's, probably more like 15, 20. We'll go with 20, about $600. So $600, $450, about $1,000 we done spent. And then we got all the other crap to add into transportation, gas, vehicle, just insurances, blah, blah, blah. You done spent $1,500, $2,000. So there you go. Yeah, you could do it in North Carolina in one of his places that he has, which is in the hood. So, yeah, you're going to need the health insurance. Let's see. Or you might need funeral arrangements, actually. Anyway, if you compare Eve's income to yours, she makes more than you. No. No. She made about $20 in the last year. In the last year, let me see, I've made about $300. Yeah, $300, $20. We made $320 together in 1 year. Now, whenever she gets over to the call center, then if she gets to the call center, then we're going to make probably about the same. Yeah, we'll probably be pretty equal. Because I believe in equality, Depends on your lifestyle, says Scotty. Exactly. And, how many Americans is going to live off of $2,000? Not many. No health care for Americans. I know, man. Last time they told me at my job, they said, you want health care? Just for me? $500. I said, no, thank you. It was actually more than 500. It was 500 and something. I say 500, but I think it was about $550, something like that. Yeah, just for me to have health insurance. That's not counting all the other crap. And that was the last time I was there, which was about 2 years ago. So what is it now? 2000? Joke. Anyway, Joseph, what's up, Josephine? How you doing? Gives me the big L. Sucker, 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 sucker. Scotty says, I got 8 stitches and shots, etc., and paid like $200 cash at the ER. You got lucky then, bro. Where was this at? 8 stitches, shots, etc., paid like $200. That's cheaper than I thought it was. Where was this at? Cheap for me at least. Yeah, I'd say so. Don't health and PI. Oh, this was in Philippines? Was this in Philippines? Because I've never been to the ER here. I've been to the doctor here, but I haven't been to... is that hi, Scotty, are good? Well, ERs are expensive, you know. Because I would think in the U.S. that would probably be... That would probably be like $3,000. But maybe I'm wrong. Maybe he's talking about the U.S. Are you talking about the U.S.? Oh, no, he's talking about the Philippines. Cabanatuan City, and it was private hospital, not public. Oh, private. Whoa, bro. Yeah, that's great, bro. See, that's what I'm saying. You know, that's what I'm saying, man. You know, you pay $200 for that. I'd probably pay the U.S. If I paid them $500 a month, that's $6,000 a year, right? I'd probably pay them $6,000 a year and not even use it for the whole year. And there you go, just paying $200, and you had to go into the emergency room. Let's see. Are you taking your Panay wife back to U.S.? Well, I don't have a Panay wife, so. But if I did decide to do that, that would be a huge process. It would be a lot of money and everything. So I would, you know, if I'm going back to the U.S., eventually I would want to get her over there, right? If I'm married to someone, eventually. Yeah, but you know, that's a long process. Now I'm going to tell you what, Louis, if you want to donate to bring Mike's wife to USA, then let's make it happen. Drop it in my PayPal, bro. Let's see. K Traminia says, so you have to make at least $3,000 to qualify for apartments. Where's this at, K Tramania? You have to make at least $3,000 to qualify for apartments. I guess you're talking about in the USA. If you're looking at a decent apartment, I guess that's what you're talking about. Which, you know, sounds probably right. Yeah. That sounds like it's probably right, unless you have a big amount of money in the bank, then they can probably waive that. Scotty, where you from? Ben Chud says hello. Scotty says depends on the area, etc. All subjective, exactly. I had a $30,000 ER bill. F that. Whoa, $30,000, bro. Here I'm thinking it might be $3,000. Hey Brian, I went through the same situation when I went through COVID, man. You know, when I had that vaccine, I was in the emergency room and I had a bunch of other medical bills and everything. And for the most part, I was able to eliminate most of it because of low income, basically. Yeah. You know, the whole system is crazy, bro. This whole world's crazy. Anybody agree with that? Is the world crazy? I'm going to put that in the freaking poll. Anyway, maybe everybody thinks I'm crazy. Is the world crazy? And then, yeah, we'll do that first. And then we'll say, is Mikey Pino crazy? Let's see. Is the world crazy? Watch. I'll probably lose against the world. Let's see. K-Trama Ketramina says, yes, in USA, majority require you to make 3 times the rent. Yeah, exactly. You know, I bet you the homeless amount has increased in the US quite a bit. People living in vans, people living in their car, people, living with other family members or whatever. I bet you it's gotten quite higher than it was. Rent is 1,000, so that's 3,000. You have to make, yeah, exactly. And the last place I was in is probably about 2,000 now. The last place I stayed. So if it's 2,000, 3 times that means you have to make 6,000 a month. Dewey says it's tough out here, Mike. And the reason I stayed there is because it was right there at my job. It was in a city, and that job I made a lot of money from. So that's the reason I took the place, because I was making a killing as far as money goes. Louis says it's tough out here, Mike. $5 is now $20. That's crazy, bro. So if you go to McDonald's and you got your quarter pounder combo, how much would it be? A quarter pounder combo or Big Mac combo, any of those combos, how much is that? Kate Tramina, that's the only place I got around here is McDonald's where I live at. But as far as in the cities, we got everything. We got Taco Bell, we got Pizza Hut, we got a bunch of stuff. Texas Roadhouse. Let's see, Tex Traminia says, in 2026, it's very hard to find under $1,000. Yeah, I know, exactly. That's why, anyway. Scotty says, the world is all about the most money and power. Yeah, they squeezed out the middle, man. They squeezed the middle to the bottom, and they got us all fighting each other like a bunch of crazy rats. Oh, the world is crazy. We're getting 50-50 now. Maybe the world ain't so crazy after all. It's 50-50. Maybe people don't agree with me. Let's see. I didn't pay a dime, bro. That's awesome, man. Nothing at all. Wow. Cash says, how Brian? KK wants to try to insult me. Well, good try. Hey, see, I told you it's a crazy world. See, this is the kind of craziness I put up with. I don't know what the heck's going on over there. They're throwing glass all over the place. Look at that. And then they're gonna blame it on the wind, like we're in Kansas out here.
It's the wind's fault.
Let's see. Scotty says, when I first started going to PI in 2007, hey, be careful, dog. You're going to start bleeding walking through that glass. Like he understands me. In 2007, the bar fine was $1,500. Now it's like $5,000. What's the world coming to? Yeah, that's crazy, bro. Let's see. Akash says, is America becoming great again or not? Dude, America, what about the world, bro? The world is crazy. America's crazy. It's all crazy. This is like the least crazy place. It was the moo moo. Ooh, ooh. It was the moo moo. Yeah, I know. Ghost. I know that one, Scotty. Ghost. Yeah. Was it the moo moo? Moo moo. That's her sister. And moo moo. Let's see. Scotty. Not him, just a net spat. Eve is drunk. Akash said you were drunk. That's why the glass broke. These Filipinos, man, they take you serious. I told them earlier, where did we go to? We went somewhere. Oh yeah, I bought some sycamas. And the guy, he's selling me this big thing of sycamas for 50 pesos. which ain't even $1. It's a bunch of sycamas. And when we left, I said, I should have told him 10 pesos. And she's like, you better not. He's going to get upset. I'm like, it's just a joke. You know, they don't understand the American humor.
The American humor is stupid.
American humor is stupid. Hello, Even sister. Have you told me lately that you love me? Adorable Hitler. Okay, so is the world crazy right now? Yes, is the consensus. Is that what I'm supposed to say? Consensus? When the percentage is higher? I think that's what I'm supposed to say. Hitler says no, it's not crazy. Hello, Eve sister. Oh, Akash is saying, hey baby girl. Did you hear what she said? She said, hey baby man. Akash actually said it like this. Hello baby girl, how you doing? Let's see. Brian says, but when Filipinos make jokes, they sound stupid. Exactly. Akash. Oh, Akash is bringing the heat on. Akash says, hello, darling. That's an old country song, by the way. It's like, nice to meet you. She's gone right now. I'll tell her when she gets back. Akash. It's been a long time since you left me. Let's see. Louie says, my Filipino was useless when I try to save money. Tell me about it, man. If the trike ride costs 50 pesos, she will give the trike rider 100 pesos. Yeah, I know. Some are like that, man. A friend of mine, I told this, I think I put this in a story. I gave her quite a bit of money to help us get to a waterfall, and she gave the trike driver like most of that money, like as a tip. I'm like, I'm trying to help you. She's Province girl, you know, Province girl out there in the middle of nowhere, you know. Anyway. Okay, Brian, I'm not going to say that. I'm not going to say that. Don't say that, Brian. I'm going to have to delete that, man. Because you know we have some, I didn't mean to do that one. Let me see, get the right one. Okay, there you go. Thank you, Max. Everybody's not bright. I'm not bright too. You know, we all have a percentage. We all have a percentage of brightness. Louis, that's hilarious. Let's see, Louis, that's hilarious. Oh, what did I miss? All about the money part. You know, I mean, that just goes to show you how, you know, how caring, loving they are, you know, to be honest with you. Scotty says scam. Man, you've been in America too long, bro. Filipinos parrot what they hear. Scotty says it's a setup between them. Nicole Nelson, how was your birthday? I've been looking for you. Happy birthday. Let's see. Oh, Arkash said, hey, Leo. Arkash says, hello, darling. Hello, darling. He said, hello, darling. How are you doing, darling? He's from India, so.
He's from India?
Yeah, he's from
India. He's Filipino American. I like American.
American?
No, American.
Hold on, you say it. Hold on. She's saying something here. Right.
You know American?
You know American? Amir Khan.
One in 3 Idiots, American.
From 3 Idiots. I still haven't seen that movie yet. Let's see. Let's see. What do you mean? Your girlfriend is scamming you? Scam, 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 scam. Who's scamming? Who's scamming who? Who's scamming who? Mike does.
Money, how can I scam him?
Do what you say, man?
Said you don't have money, how can I scam you?
Oh, she said I don't have any money, so how can she scam me? She's right. Anyway. And Louis says, Mike, does your Panay carry you? No. Are you crazy, bro? Let's see. Oh, really? And I see it as well with other expats. I can believe that, but no, heck no. Heck no. I mean, if you're rich, I guess it wouldn't be a big deal. You know? But I'm not going to let her spend my last 200 pesos. She'd be done brought home like a little cat or something and said, look what I got for 200 pesos. Akash says, yes, of course, everyone knows Amir Khan. He said, yes, of course, everyone knows. Scotty, my brother, thank you. You're the greatest man in the world. Said Red Horse on me. Do I have to spend the whole thing on Red Horse? All right, here's your heart, man. Thanks a lot. And that too. Let's see, what else is on it? Yeah, thank you, 20 times. Thank you, Scotty. Thank you. Was that enough? Arca says, Mikey, I was talking with Louis. His own girlfriend scammed him. Oh, hold on, are you serious? Louis, did your girlfriend scam you? And I see it as well with other expats. But yeah, it doesn't surprise me. But how old are you, Louis? And how old are these expats, I think, I mean, I'm gonna be serious, man. I mean, you get old, you might be like, here, gotta talk. We gotta talk in private. We gotta talk in private. Okay, when you get old and you start hitting dementia, you don't know who the heck took what, right? Luckily, I haven't hit that yet. But I'll be like, didn't I have 1,000 pesos in my pocket? And she'd be like, no, you didn't. Let's see. Mikey was, I've been very, very careful. I've been so careful that I overreact here in the Philippines. Sometimes I'll think somebody took something, and then I'll realize they didn't. It's happened several times. I've been very, very, very blessed here in the Philippines. The people here have been extremely, extremely wonderful, except for that girl, that girl that I came for, not just her. Y'all probably saw the scam video with the other girl in Bohol too. That thing's up to about 10,000 views now. That's my #1 video now, the scam. And I got a bunch of rotten people talking in it too. Let's see, Arkesh says, Mikey, I was talking with Louis. Okay, let me read on. Hello, Nicole. How was your birthday, Nicole? Do you, bro? Oh, okay, Scotty, thank you. Yeah, I'll get one Red Horse. I do like some Red Horse, man. What's Eve's sister's name? Leo, yeah. Leo. I'm hungry, Janice Joplin. Brian says, it's okay if you're an older foreigner, money always talks. Okay, let me hurry up here. Okay, hi Brian, are you from Texas? Janice Joplin, yeah, I think she's over in Texas. Florida is think. Florida is think. Ooh. Oh, you think he's from Florida? No, Brian's. Anyway, I'll let him answer. Nicole says, okay, so I got food poisoning. So, oh man, I'm so sorry, Nicole. Nicole's, I think she's somewhere in the U.S. She's, young lady over in the U.S., I believe, if I remember correctly. I can't remember Idaho, right? Idaho. But anyway, you can't feel your legs. Have you gone to the doctor? What did the doctor say, I mean, I'll tell you one thing, food poison, hydrate, get Gatorade, because I've had it twice over here. And I was drinking Gatorade like crazy. You got to get your electrolytes back in your system. Louis says, it's inevitable the way I see it. They will come up with things just like what your Filipina said. You don't get money. How can I scam you? They play it by ear. Bro. A lot of guys say this and do this. I'm going to make a video that's going to be pretty interesting, and you should watch this video. But it's going to be about the people over here, vloggers and expats. And there is a consensus with this as far as certain kind of expats. So that's why I'm going to make it, because that is not completely true, man. It's not. And I don't like to fight with people about it, but I've dated like 70 Filipinas, man. I've dated dozens of Filipinas. I've been to dozens of different places. And what else? I forgot. Anyway. Let's see, Akash says, Nicole, did you eat a mushroom? I always want to blame it on the mushrooms, Akash. Hey, Janice. Let's see, Akash. Oh no, Mike, Louis is warning you. Once again, I've dated dozens, and you'll see that thing, If you watch, I'm about to put out the 2-year video of how many I dated and all that kind of crap. Idaho, I heard, has great potatoes. Idaho? Yeah, that's what they say. And Brian says, drink a lot of water, bro. Yeah, that too. Thank you for the support. Quality is greater than quantity. Yeah, exactly. I totally agree with you. I did not have any plan to do it. Didn't want to do it, and that's the reason I came over here for one girl, and that's the only girl I wanted to be with, but she was a bad one. And so after her, I met a lot of bad ones. I met a lot of good ones. Yeah, I met different ones. Scotty. I very seriously doubt that about Ace's dating advice, bro. I very seriously doubt that. Are you being serious with me? I mean, here's the thing. I've been with Eve for about 3 years now. There was the time that I left, I had to leave, I had to go over to the U.S. She's been very good to me. She's been great to me. And you wouldn't believe how great of a person she is. And sometimes you will find girls like that as great as she is. I've found other ones as great as she is. I messed up a couple of them. I couldn't get my mind off the one that I came here for. And so I messed up some other ones. Anyway, I made mistakes. I'm just going to say that. I made mistakes. And that's the reason I can help other people because I made so many mistakes. I can help from that. You know what I mean? The F Mook, how did you date 70? How did you have time? Because that's my focus. That was my focus. I came over here for that one girl. That's what it was all about. That was the only reason I came to the Philippines. And whenever she ruined that, it was either me get on a plane and go back to your favorite country, Akash, USA, and hang out with girls that want me to go spend thousands of dollars on them every week. Some girls want me to make them my personal, I can't say it on here, on YouTube, or stay here and try to find that quality girl that Brian's talking about, try to find the right one again. And I met a lot of bad ones. I met a lot of them that just wanted to party, just wanted to have fun. And I wanted serious with them. I was not a player, playboy, anything like that. It's just, I was picky though. I was very picky because I'm not gonna get in a marriage with somebody that I don't feel like it's gonna be happy forever. I don't wanna be in that situation. I touched the pot and I got burned. Nice guys finish last in America, but nice guys get financially destroyed in the Philippines. Well, being nice can be a problem, I will say that. It can be, but once again, you've got like a lot of girls that are bad, but there's a lot that are good too. You know, that's not really a simple thing of what we're talking about. It's very complicated. You know, because I don't know Louis at all. I don't know anything about him. And I don't know any of the girls that he met. How many did you meet, Louis? You know, this is one of the reasons why it took me forever. Because if I'm going to go out with a girl and then the next day she's going to ask me for money, then boom, I'm on to the next girl. You know, I'm going to the next girl. You know, I'm not going to stay in that situation. And I mean, just to be honest with you, Louis, yeah, keep that wallet, bro. Don't hand over the wallet to the girl. You know, unless you're like a billionaire and you just don't care. Shout out Po, no, Ado, what's up, Joho? How you doing, Joho Wapo? And Nicole Nelson says, I passed out 2 times. I don't know. I'm so done. I'm so sorry. Yeah, you like I said, get you some Gatorade or some water with salt or something. Looks like Louis going through a lot. Yeah, it sounds like it. I don't know how many girls he's met. I mean, if you've only met 5, there's a possibility that you had 4 bad ones. That is possible. You know, it is. I laughed at the second bro. Let's see. You know, and the better looking they are is usually the worst ones. The one that I came here for, oh my gosh. You know, evil hit me in the head, you know, if I talk about it, so. Brian says, but how many did you date in the States before you went to the Philippines? In the States, just dated 2 dates. And both of them were horrible. So that's why I didn't want to go back to the States. Yeah, both of those were horrible, those 2. That was 2 for 2 horrible. Brian, Mike's booty count is 57. Here's 7. Brian says, the one you went to the Philippines was a fantasy, bro. Yeah, you're right. You're right, Brian. You're right. Gotta admit it, you know. And, you know, it's still, I still think about that, you know, and I think about, oh man, you know. But I know sometimes you gotta remove the physical and the face and all that kind of crap, and look deep inside the person and realize how horrible they are. Scotty says, bro, PI is like 20 to 1. There's so many great women out there. It's the place where you find them. And Scotty is right about this. The thing is what he just said. It's about where. You know, if you go on an app, there's probably more of a reversal, right? I mean, it might be 10 to 5 or something like that. 5 to 10. It just depends, like what he's talking about. Like I said, it's very complicated. You just can't say. You could say 20 to 1 are good if it's in a certain area, and then you could probably say 20 to 1 is bad in another area. Just depends. You go into a bar, you're probably gonna get 20 bad ones and maybe 1 good one. Brian says, I know Mike more than he knows himself. Hey, that freaking dog about to drink my water. Let's see, Boss Man says, do you like Michael Hurd? I've heard of this person, but I can't remember who it is. Who's Michael Hurd? Boss Man, who's Michael Hurd? I can't recall. Michael Hurd. Is that a joke or something? Let's see, have the motto, don't take my kindness for weakness, and stand by it. Well, this is my motto. Don't trust anybody 100%. A lot of people don't like that, but I think everybody has a percentage. I think even myself, trying to trust myself 100%, I don't think is a good idea. I don't think you should trust anybody 100%. Bossman Rat says, or LeBron. Oh, is that a basketball player? Michael Hurd? Dude, I'm still back on Michael Jordan. I don't know. I don't follow basketball anymore. You meet one Filipino, you meet them all, says Louis. See, this is a lot of people say this kind of thing. But once again, Louis, how many did you meet? Ballspin says, how many did you date? Let's put it that way. Not just meet, but how many did you date? Ballspin says, have you tried Bad Dragon? The Hill does. Now don't try to beat my number and just tell the truth. Akash says, oh no, him. I mean, if I had to date American girls, dude, I think I would probably have to date more than 100. Or just say, okay, I'm going to be with this 65-year-old lady. I was going to say 63, but actually probably have to be with a 65-year-old lady that's not going to abuse me. Let's see, Brian says he simply needs to come back to the States, work and save, and then retire. Nicole, I'm sorry I didn't read your message. It's gone now. Brian says, afternoon, Mike. And Brian says, Mike talks about this hot chick, but once funds run out. Once funds run out, duh. No, it really didn't have anything to do with money. It didn't have to do anything with my money. You gotta watch the video, man. I mean, it's a good video. It's a good story. It's about 20 minutes long, but it was actually not about money because I never let it be about money. I never give the opportunity for that to happen. I mean, I hate to say I'm intelligent, but I am. I'm intelligent. Let's see. Australian Brian says, hey, B1. I guess pass out again. Bye. Okay, Nicole, I hope you feel better. Sorry about that. Open a sorry store. I would probably do a Buko shake business. I know somebody did pretty good with that. But no, I don't see me doing any of it. Might look deep inside yourself. Let's see. Brian says, I was extremely lucky myself. See here, look at Brian. You know, we can bring stories into the picture that are amazing. I mean, I know some amazing ones over here. And then we can bring some other stories that are horrible. So you know, we can show both. That's why I'm saying it's not all Filipinos. Brian says, hey Brian, and Akash says, Mike says, talk with as many as possible. Swipe everyone right on the apps. Bring the crowd to cafe. Select the right girl. Yeah, sort of. It's sort of like that. I'm gonna be honest with you. I really try not to look at the physical part. I was just like, let me meet her and just, you know, see if I like the girl, you know. But I don't exactly think that's the best way to do it. I think you really should pay attention to both. You should like the whole picture. Brian says it depends on you level of growth as a person too. Maddie says, what's up? Hey Maddie, how you doing? Brian says, all good here, bro. This is my favorite time of the year in Southeast Texas. So yeah, if I went back though, I would concentrate more on the whole picture instead of trying to find good in people. Let's see. This is my favorite time of the year in Southeast Texas. How about you? Nicole says, okay, if I die. Nicole, when you stop. I hope each day is better than ever. I hope your face hurts because your smile is so big. It sounds like a song, like I hope you dance. I hope your whole day is filled with sunshine and laughter when you wish. Nicole, get some family to help you out, girl. And drink Gatorade. Or friends, family, friends. Don't say stuff like that. Brian says, personally, if I was looking, I wouldn't be looking at a specific country or region for a partner. And I'm going to also say, I am not a medical advisor. I'm not a doctor, so this is not medical advice. But basically, get some medical advice, Nicole. Get some help. Hey, I'm sorry, but please get some help. Brian says, okay, I was looking. I wouldn't be looking at specific country or region for a partner. You're right, totally right. I definitely wasn't. Whenever I started looking, I tried America. You know, I had no plans of leaving. But I will tell you this, there's tons of Filipinas online. Tons. I even tried to look at other places like, the other countries, Japan, Taiwan. I don't like Koreans. I mean, I shouldn't say that. I was there for a year. I like Korean guys. No, don't take that the wrong way either. No, it's not like I like being friends. Never mind. I like some Koreans, some I don't. Okay, never mind. Just skip that. I hope you wish big. You'll be okay. We'll be talking to you and stay safe. Just happened to say hi for a bit. Need to do homework from school in a second. I understand. Anyway, it's awesome to see you, Maddie. I always love when you come in and spend time with us. Thank you. And do your homework. Be awesome. Stay awesome. You too, Nicole. Be awesome. Stay awesome. Okay, Brian says, okay, nice weather. Yes, it's about 80 degrees here, I think, 78, 80. So nice weather in Australia. And I've been researching Indonesia. Hey, Rose Rose Malin, how you doing, Rose Malin? Good afternoon to you too. It's almost 2 o'clock. How you doing? And Rose Malin, where are you from? Brian says, that looks like a nice region. B1, some of those islands look amazing. Yeah, Indonesia, yeah, you got, what's it, Bali, I think is the main place that all the tourists go, I believe. Good afternoon, and good afternoon to you too. Is the world crazy? Oh, we're getting back to 71%. I'm really interested in who said no. Was it, you know, I wonder if the people that said no were here in the Philippines because they don't really get to see a lot of the craziness or something, you know, because if you're in the USA, you know, I'm just wondering, were they Americans? Were they Filipinos? Ink Droplet says, how's the situation on Earth? Heard about people, boom, 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 boom. Brian says, yeah, man, they are so happy, but Texas is letting them, Do you have a good day? Hey, thank you, Ding-a-dong fan. Good to see you. Brian says, yes, less technology to tell them how unhappy they should be. Oh my gosh, I'm so behind. What's up, Nicole? Oh, she's saying bye. All right, bye, Nicole, take care. Please don't come to Mars. Videos are hilarious. Hi, Rose Malin. Peace out. I'm just trying to catch up, everybody. Oh, I was planning to come to Mars. I can't say it. Do you want to send $10 to Israel? Israel. I don't want to send money to anybody. Oh, you mean you don't want to marry a Korean guy? Got it. All right. Brian says, I have probably said this before, but I met a woman I fell in love with. Yes, you have. You have said it like 3 or 4 times now. It's safer in the province, says Fidel Torres. Hey, Fidel Torres, nice to meet you. And Maget, a dude, what's up? How you doing? You have doubts chin. Don't you mean doubles chin? When you get my age, you'll be lucky if you're this beautiful, Magneta, dude. Okay, let's see. It's nearly 4:30 in the evening in Australia. Boil the water in Darwin, bro. Mike says Philippines is heaven on earth. Hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. Yeah, there you go. You got it right now, Magneta. Double chin. Brian says, I was not looking, and in fact, told her that she was too young. She was 29, I was 40, but she was so fine. I just added that. She pursued me for 6 months. You hear that, people? She, 29 years old, pursued him for 6 months. 40 years old, bro. 40 years old. And they've been married for 22 years. Maddie says, I said, yes, the world is crazy with all the wars and especially the COVID-19 in 2019. Amen, sister, to that. Amen. Okay. Yeah, I think you're right, Akash. Most of Australia is desert. You know, you got the Aborigines out there, right? Let's see, Maddie says, oh, you are in Brisbane. I am in Adelaide. Scotty says, Mike, maybe try other parts of PI that are no expat areas to find a good girl. It's done me well. Yeah, Scotty, dude, that's where my girlfriend's from. You know, here's the thing. We had a long distance relationship for 1 year, and together in person has been 2 years. So our total relationship is a total of 3 years. She is a province girl. She's simply amazing, to be honest with you. She worked at a call center. Her English is better than mine. She's sweet, wonderful, amazing. And she's 20 years younger than me too. And I'm poor and I'm broke and she's still with me for all this time. And she just got through washing clothes with her hands. You know, pretty awesome. I could say more if I could think of everything, you know. I mean, but that's a little bit to let you know about my situation. My situation is a lot different. I mean, I'm gonna be honest, you know, like I said, I dated probably 70 girls, and there were some girls that I really wanted to be with, but they told me all they wanted to do was have a good time. A lot younger than me. And I was like, okay, I guess I gotta put up with it. I guess you're gonna use me. You know, that's the kind of life I've had here, man. Now, I can't say, I gotta say, that is an awesome time. But at the same time, that's not what I was looking for. I wanted serious. I wanted someone I could be with forever, you know, so. Let's see, Scotty says, Mike, maybe try, oh yeah, we already read that. Akash says, Mook married a Korean guy and cheated on him with Eve. That's a good one, I like that, man. Brian says, there are plenty of towns inland. Yeah, I mean, there's plenty of opportunity here for you guys coming in, you know, for you guys that want to come. 50% of the population lives inland. In fact, it's 31 degrees here in Adelaide. Lock it down, easy. Ikash says, so you don't have farming there since it's desert and I'm just going to skip this part here. Let's see. Scotty says women, well, y'all can read what Maddie said about the farming. Scotty says women with values, family doesn't cut and run when the money's gone. Yeah, exactly. Brian says, Maddie, my wife is working at Yalata ATM and she keeps telling me hot one day, freezing the next. Brian says, Mike, she would be doing that with or without you, bro. Be realistic. I didn't say she wouldn't be doing that with or without me. You know, I didn't say that. I'm telling you how great she is. That's what I'm telling you. I'm telling you how great she is, with or without me. You know? No, I don't think I'm like the best thing since sliced bread, if that's what you think. I'm trying to tell the guy here, Louis, who's thinking that all the Filipinas are bad. I'm trying to tell him that they're not bad. I don't even know if he's still in here. I think he might have disappeared. But this is the kind of crap I hear all the time. I hear these guys come into my comments talking about, oh, they're all horrible, they're all after money, they're all like mean and stuff like that. But I have one guy, he mentioned it. He's like, dude, do you realize you are so broke and you got an awesome woman that is you know, still like with you, and that's like an amazing story? And I was like, you know, he's right. Maddie says, yes, that's right. It's crazy weather here. Your wife said you are hot. Plenty of farming, cattle, sheep, head, acre. Akash says, what kind of crops are grown in Australia? We got like 2 or 3 different conversations going on. Yeah, I don't like the Philippines. Sherwin don't like the Philippines. Fine. Scotty says there are some bad, but common sense has to prevail. Exactly. You know, Scotty's right. You know, Scotty's right. You know, and Scotty's trying to do the same thing. Basically, me and Scotty are trying to protect Filipinos while Louis, who I think left, was bashing them. And I don't think Louis is a bad guy. I think Louis just had some bad experiences, is what I think. I think Louis is a good guy. I think he was probably too good, you know, too nice. He never told me how old he was, so maybe he's young. You know, maybe he didn't realize, I don't know. Or maybe he's just a super nice guy at an older age. That's a possibility too. Sherwin says, you're right. Brian says, I don't think there is much we don't grow, to be honest. Maddie says, I like Australia because of the nice hot weather and the Australian wildlife. Australia is a big country with a very diverse climate. Yeah, I would love to go to Australia. I think that would be awesome. So is the world crazy? Now we're at 69%. Who said no? Anybody willing to admit the no answer? Because I'm wondering where the no's are coming from. Anybody willing to admit that they said, no, the world is not crazy? Alice, the croissant, says hi, because I think Maddie is, you know, she has the answer there. Where she's from, she sees it going crazy. You know, where I was from in the U.S., I saw it going crazy. And I still see things going crazy. Look at this whole freaking thing that's going on in news now, man. But anyway, I wanted to see where it's coming from. Alice the Croissant says hi. Hey, Alice the Croissant, how you doing? Where you from? Scotty says, no different in other countries. You have a nice car. Many women will be there with you. Yeah, exactly. I got a comment from somebody that said, oh, yeah, by the way, somebody that wants an iPhone is a red flag. And he didn't say somebody. It was like, he said, they, talking about Philippine people, Philippine women. He said, if they want an iPhone, that's a red flag. My reply was, if they want an iPhone, it doesn't matter what country they're from, it's a red flag, you know? That was my reply. But anyway, you know, instead of just saying one country. Akash says, I would love to travel to Australia someday. Me too, Akash. Let's do it. Let's join the Amish community and go to Australia, brother. Maddie says, yes, it's good here in Australia. You should visit, Mike. I would love to, Maddie. Would love to. Maddie, you should visit Philippines. Scotty said, Brian did it. Oops, he did it again. So we grow everything from cotton, broad-acre crops, veggies, fruits, etc. Scotty says, haha, just kidding. Akash, the world is great except America. Okay, don't, Akash, that's enough. Don't pick on Philippines. I agree with you about USA, but don't pick on Philippines. Brian says, where you at, Akash? Akash, caught in a place that has a lot of wildfire. That's crazy, Brian. Australian Brian says, I work in agriculture, so I get to talk with farmers all over. That sounds like an awesome job right there. Get to talk to all the farmers, man. Archive says, I'm from India, Brian, South India. India, Brian, South India. Brian from Texas says, thing is, Brian, the fantasy is living in another country. The fantasy is living in another country. Oh, okay, Akash is in South India. Akash, I thought you were North India. You're South India, okay. So, you know, I wonder where the rich people are in India. Are they south, north, or where? They're probably different places, I guess. Brian says, African fantasy is living in another country. Yeah, I think that's a big thing. I mean, save 70% of your money coming to the Philippines. You know, I mean, as far as ladies go, be careful in that field. But I personally think it's a lot better than USA as far as ladies go. So is it perfect? No, 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 no. It's not perfect. No, it's not perfect. And you do have to be careful and all that kind of stuff. Brian says, no, plenty of cotton here, usually irrigated, but some dry land as well. No problem with the fires. Your words not crazy? Ox says, plenty of ox. Wonder what color it is. Gotta go do my homework. Okay, Maddie. Yep, I can understand that we won. Australia sucks in my opinion. So much weed, people drunk everywhere. Really? I don't know. I've never been to Australia. So when's the last time you were in Australia, Scotty? When did you go to Australia, bro? Nike says, why do you hate brown people? What are you talking about? I love brown people. Nico, what are you talking about? Are you freaking ignorance has just walked in the house. And who are you? What are you, a purple person? I don't know. Anyway, as far as brown people, I love brown people. Hold on, maybe you're talking to somebody else. I don't know. Akash says, let's meet the Amish and then the Aborigine. Yeah, sounds like a plan, man. Let's see, South India Eco Scammer, check it out. Good. Oh, so Akash is a scammer. Okay, gotcha. Doesn't surprise me. Akash says, yes, Brian, you meant agriculture, right? I felt loud, Scott. Not as much weed as some other countries and too expensive to be alcoholic. I mean, here's the awesome thing, guys. We got so many people from so many different countries, and everybody's pretty much getting along. I mean, basically, I think about half of the people in here go this direction, and the other half people go this direction. But we're actually having a conversation, and nobody's flipping going crazy. And that's awesome to me. This is the kind of thing I like to see, Yes, as agriculture, been to Perth and Hobart. Oh, okay, but I said 90s. Oh, okay, you were in the 90s. Okay, wow, that's been a while, but bro, it was that bad back then? I figured it would have been more recent than that, but I don't know, because I've never been to Australia, so I don't know. But anyway, wow, that's interesting. Akash says, yes, Brian, majority of economy is from farming. Australian Brian says, okay, it has changed somewhat since the 90s. Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't know. I could definitely see things changing, I tell you what. I heard it's changed a lot over here. I heard it, I know it's changed a lot in the U.S. Okay, Brian from Texas says, so no one lives, retires, etc. Okay, there we go. It was my battery. It was my battery back. Okay, so Brian says, so no one lives, retires, etc. in an Asian country because the foreigner has to have an address in their country. Well, what you could do is denounce your citizenship, in the U.S. That's one way to do it. What else? But yeah, personally myself, I live here, but I'm on a tourist visa for 3 years, and I still have my home address back in the U.S. So technically, I'm still U.S. But in order to not pay a double taxation, I would be willing to get rid of my whole U.S. citizenship and just stay Philippines. If that was if I was making money and all that kind of thing. But, I mean, that's a special situation. You know what I mean? That would be probably if I was over here working at a company, you know what I mean? And I don't want the US to tax me. And Philippines would be taxing me because I'm working in their country. And then the US would still want to tax me. To me, that's not fair. But they're saying, hey, you're a citizen, you have to pay it. So I would just probably get rid of them. You know? You know, it's not the greatest decision in the world to have to choose that, but why would I pay both countries? But I don't have to deal with that anyway. I'm not in that situation to really have to worry about it or think about it. Let's see, it's so simple. Brian from Australia says that was when the government started taxing tobacco out of existence and alcohol was cheap. Let's see, Brian says, but people think all they have to do is sell everything and move to Asia. Scotty says, hold on, I'm trying to figure out exactly what that's coming from. Brian, Expat, I'm trying to figure out. But people think all they have to do is sell everything and move to Asia. Yeah, I mean, once again, you could get rid of your U.S. citizenship if you wanted to. But, you know, anyway. If, you know, like I have a friend over here who gets disability. I don't think a lot of people are going to do that. I don't know. Does he get taxed on disability? I don't know if he does or not. I have no idea. Scotty says, didn't pay the Wi-Fi. No, it was just my freaking battery died. Had to plug in. Moby Gomez says, what's up? How you doing? He says he's not on the right side of the fence, Moby. Well, I mean, if you don't want to be on the right side, that's up to you. You can be on the left side if you want. I mean, I'm totally okay with whatever side you want to be on. You know, if you want to be on the weird side or the weirder side, whatever you want to be. You want to be out there in the freaking another planet, you know, that stay over there. That's fine with me. Just don't hang around me. That's totally fine. And let me take care of you while we're at it. Let's see. Social Security is taxed. Yeah, I think Social Security is taxed, but yeah, it is BS. I agree with you, Brian. But is disability taxed? I think it is, right? I think it is. I think all of it's taxed, I believe, but I'm not positive about disability. I did hear that about Social Security, but I thought Trump was supposed to get rid of that. Is what I thought, but I don't know. Like I said, I don't really keep track of politics. Yeah, I agree, and the whole Medicare. How seniors have to pay Medicare, I think is BS. So disability's taxed too? Okay. Yeah, I think the Medicare is a scam, man. I mean, y'all, you know, you put into the system to get Medicare, and then I found out, I was just talking to my parents one day, and they're saying, talking about how that they pay for Medicare, and I'm like, what? You guys have to pay for Medicare? After working in a factory for 30 years, still have to pay for Medicare? You know? I mean, both of them have been working probably like 55 years total in their lifetime. And here they are getting Medicare, but they have to pay for Medicare. And then even when you get it, I think you still have to pay percentage of crap too. When you use it, I believe. I'm not positive about that. I'm not sure exactly how that works. But anyway, I just think it's very ridiculous. I mean, they tax the crap out of Americans so much, and then what you get in return is, to me, not enough. Scotty says, I hate that I can't qualify for EBT or LUNC, food stamps, whatever you call it. It's crazy. I want free food. Dude, I mean, I'm gonna admit it. I went to the freaking, what do they call those things? The food banks. Yeah. Yeah, I went to food banks, man. You know, I didn't go in my earlier years, but I did in my later years. Are you from America? Originally, yeah, I'm from USA originally. I'm over here in the Philippines, James. Now, James, you were in here yesterday, right? James, I believe you were from England. Is that correct? I'm like 90% sure. Let's see, we have 11 carrier strike groups and pay tax on SS. BS, yep. But you don't see that in PI. No, mate. Oh, snap. I was wrong. Tag, I thought I was right. I gotta get a seat or something over here. Hey. Sorry, James. Mate. He says mate. I'm thinking Australia, but I didn't think you said you were from Australia. I thought it was England. Let's see. Scotty says, is it 11 or 12 now with the Ford? Is it 11 or 12 now with the Ford? With the Ford? 11 or 12? With the Ford. I'm confused, Scotty. I'm confused. I'm just looking for stupid Americans. Well, that's easy to find. Carrier battle groups. Oh, we talking about war stuff now, bro? I don't track any of that stuff. Yeah, I don't keep track of it or watch it or anything. You know, if I can't control it or have some kind of control over it, then I just don't even worry about it, man. I try not to be around the crap, I tell you that. You know, I remember in my younger days, stuff I had to be around, and I left. You know, it's sort of like the whole USA thing. I had to be around that, and I left that. I didn't really leave it for that reason. I left it for the girl, but I mean, even if I didn't even have girl here, I'd still want to be in the Philippines over USA. Shalom, brother. What's up, Captain Host? How you doing? And Captain Host, where are you from? It sounds familiar too. Sounds like, I don't know. Sounds like someone I talked to a long time ago. Shalom, brother. Shalom to you. Now shalom and namaste sounds, you know, somewhere out that way. Just be careful where you're at for Abu Saif. Where you're at for Abu Saif. I'm gonna be honest with you, dude. I'm totally lost on the conversation. Let's see. Captain Host says I'm Israeli but live in U.S. Well, you know, I don't think we should be defining everybody. You know what I mean? I don't think we should discriminate against people, no matter who they are. You know, you could say you're Israeli. That would be weird if you did, because there's so many people that are against Israel people. Now, should they be? No, they shouldn't. You know, I mean, No. Here's the thing, you got people in Israel fighting against their government. You got people in Iran fighting against their government. And you sort of have people in the US fighting against their government. They're not they're not as much as, or yes, they are. They're fighting over there too now that I think about it. Yeah, so you got all these countries fighting against their governments. Even here in the Philippines, they were fighting against the government. I mean, ooh, I just noticed something interesting. But anyway, get back to this. Show Eve about the Abu Sahif. I'll ask her about it. She might know about it. She cares more about that kind of stuff than I do, to be honest with you. All right, hold on. Let me unplug. I have to come back to that plug, though. Do you know who Abu Saif is? Yeah, who's that? Terrorist? Okay, what country? Mindanao. Oh, okay. Mindanao. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm not even close to Mindanao. I'm in Mindoro. So yeah, I'm far away from that. Let's see. They kidnap Westerners. Oh yeah, yeah. I know there's some of that stuff down there in Mindanao. That's why we have those red zones. But you know what? What you're bringing up is good for me to think about, honestly, because they could leave that area, right? Captain Host says, "I hate what the politicians are doing. We the people suffer." Exactly, man. When you look at a country, you got to look at two different groups. You got to look at the government, and you got to separate them: the government and the people. Don't think about that country as a whole, just because of the stupid stuff the government does. And then again, you also got to think: is the elections rigged? Like that leader that just got unalived. Now his son is in there. Do you really think the election was honest? Let's see. Brian Expat says, "Bro, Israel mandates citizens enroll in military." Exactly. That's why Israel is effing badass. Well, hey, stop. Dog keeps licking me. Personally, I think having people go in the military is a good thing, but at the same time, it's a bad thing. It's both. Oh, there we go. What we're talking about here, I don't know, man. I'm about to give out. I think his son is destroyed already. I just heard about this about 2 hours ago, right before I came on with you guys. Hello, bro. What's up, Ivan? How you doing? Where you from, Ivan? And Ivan's probably been in my live too. I mean, there's been so many people in here that I'm starting to see some of them come back. Let's see. Okay, is the world crazy? 75% or 74%? Yeah, 74% of the people say yeah. Anybody willing to admit that you said no? I'm still waiting to figure out where the no's are coming from. Today? Said hi today? You talking about today? Yeah, is the world crazy today? All right, so I guess we're gonna close it down, man, and close up shop. Yep. So, we're playing a game today? No, I wish. I was going to, but we had so much talking going on. Actually, we did start a game. We started a game, but it just sort of disappeared because there was so much conversation going on. And now, I'm going to be honest with you. Well, I mean, Scotty, you helped me today, so I mean, I guess I should. I owe it to you. Okay, we'll do the game that we were playing. Have a great day, y'all. Anybody that wants to stay around for a game, feel free to stay. I know we only have 6 people in here now, though. But anyway, the game we were playing was just a fact or fiction game. You make a statement. Other people say, enjoy, it's all good, no need, bro. Well, it's up to you, man. It's up to you. Okay. Well, we'll cut it off. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm like, this sort of wears me out trying to keep up with everybody's talk. So I'll head off here, and I always try to get on here at least 2 times a day. Yeah, that's fine with me. We can. Anybody else want to play a game? Anybody else want to play fact or fiction? Oh man, this freaking lizard had it, bro. Check this out. Yeah, he had a bad day, bro. Did you get the lizard? Did you get the lizard? Huh? I'm gonna give it about 30 seconds. If anybody says yeah, then do it. Or if you just want me to stay around, we can do it. Me and you, Scotty. It's fine with me. So about 25 seconds to see. Should I drink beer tonight? Says Goon Stomper. I don't want to answer that. I'm going to say no, to be honest with you. That's my answer. Here's the thing. Well, Scotty, I was about to say this. Here's the thing. This person, we don't know, man. He might be freaking 8 years old. You know what I'm saying? Or he might be a recovering alcoholic. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to say no. Ritzy Ranger, what's up, Ritzy? It's 24. Anyway, my thought is it's your life. It's your life, not mine. I don't want to be responsible for any kind of craziness. So that's up to you. Scotty says, enjoy your life. 24-year-olds don't have that kind of name. Goon Stomper? Yeah, I know. That's a weird name, ain't it? I'm just a burnt-out engineering student. I mean, I know what I would probably do, but I'm not going to tell you what I would do. What I would do doesn't mean it's the right thing to do. Let's see. I mean, unbelievably burnt out tonight. Don't say that, says Ritzy. Goon Stopper says, well, obviously you are wrong about that. Okay, Goon Stomper, sorry about that. My name came to me in a dream. This sounds like Phil Collins, to be honest with you. And Phil Collins, I think he's about my age. He's just crazy. And I mean that with sincere kindness. I don't mean it in a mean way. Scotty says, all right, bro, I'm out. All right, Scotty, take care, man. Once again, thank you for that super chat thing or whatever it was. Thank you. Super chat, super, whatever it is. And y'all have a wonderful day. See y'all soon. Peace out. Sorry, Ritzy. We're almost 2 hours. Well, yeah, hour and a half. And my battery is about dead, and I'm leaving. Sorry, Goon Stopper. Papa, you know what his name means? No, not really. Goon Stopper says yes. Right. Take care, Brian. Take care, man. Thank y'all for coming in. Goonstopper says yes, right at the moment where you are half awake and half asleep and you are only half aware. Yeah, actually, I probably need to take a nap because I didn't even sleep an hour last night, really. I said it was an hour, but it wasn't even an hour. All right. Anyway, doing a countdown. Hey, countdown. Ritzy Ranger. 15. Go ahead. 14. Okay. 12, 11, 10. I did a delete because I'm keeping it family friendly. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Oh, maybe not 4. 4 eventually. 3. Okay, there we go. 2.5. Ritzy, wake up. 2. All right, guys. I appreciate everybody coming in. Y'all have a wonderful day, wonderful night. Peace out.